Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar. My name is Oscar Cele, and I'm delighted to be your host for this session. We're here to explore field service, a subject that's increasingly relevant and impactful in IT. Today, we're joined by Muhammed Khan, our CTO, Microsoft Services Division, and Amit Kumar, our Presales Solutions Architect, who both bring a wealth of experience and insights to share with us today. Before we dive in, let me quickly go over some housekeeping. The session will run for an hour with time for Q&A at the end. Please feel free to drop your questions in the chat box as they come to you, and we'll address as many as we can. Now, without further ado, let's get started. I'll now hand over to our first speaker, Muhammed.
Good morning, everybody. So today we're going to look at Dynamics 365 Field Service. So this is a product by Microsoft, and Microsoft over the last decade or so has become a trusted leader in business applications and low-code solutions under the brand umbrella of Dynamics 365, and all these apps are built on top of what's called the Power Platform. The numbers speak for themselves. 97% of Fortune 500 companies use one of the Dynamics 365 or Power Platform products. That includes 9 out of 10 leading telcos, 7 out of 10 largest investment banks. So there are 500,000 customers using the business applications products, and 40,000 customers have already used the AI Copilot capabilities in Dynamics or the Power Platform. And the products have a history of about 30 years now. So that's just a background of the actual platform within which ecosystem field service actually is one of the tools. And speaking of that platform, it is a uniquely positioned solution that is connected. So Microsoft provides a full suite of technology to support the entire business, from the productivity and collaboration suite in Microsoft 365, which is the leader in this category. Most people are familiar with it. The business and data process tools under the Dynamics banner, including Field Service, which we'll cover now, and its sister products. And then the low-code platform on which the Dynamics products are built, which is called the Power Platform. All of this is hosted on Microsoft's global Azure infrastructure, and have a shared identity, security, management, and data compliance and governance kind of services provided by Azure, with obviously the Azure OpenAI running within the customer's tenants. All the products have a Copilot AI that is specifically customized to understand the context in which the AI is operating. So it's not just ChatGPT plugged in, it's ChatGPT, but with a layer of software. So the Copilot knows what application you're using, what type of user you are, and what data you're interested in discussing. So there's very specific, feature-specific AI functionality. So that's kind of the experience the customer can expect from any of the Dynamics products. Let's zoom into a specific set of the products that are referred to as the customer engagement Dynamics products. So these include the Microsoft apps related to sales, the marketing app, which is called Customer Insights, and the 2 field service apps, the Customer Service Case Management app and the Dynamics 365 Field Service app. It's important to note that Dynamics Field Service can be used, and any of the apps can be used on their own, or they can be used in any combination. So an ideal customer uses the full suite, and what the benefit they get is all the data is included in one location, in one Dataverse data repository. So that's, if you decide to use them from the get-go as a set, or you add them in as your requirements evolve, you can do that. So you can use Dynamics on its own with field service, or customer service and field service working together. So it's actually gives you a lot of options from a point of view of your planning. Now, in an ideal world where you are using the full suite of products, what that provides you is the ability to deliver a connected experience for every role. to give the customer a seamless journey. Because all the data that you have about the customer is within the same platform, it helps you build up a 360-degree view of the customer, because you capture digital signatures or signals, sorry, when you interact with the customer from every role you have. So, you have your customer interacting with your marketing campaigns. So the interaction is all captured. That is available to improve your campaigns in the future. If the marketing campaign results in a lead being generated from a particular customer, they will get connected to a salesperson within your organization. They would see the previous interactions and the profile that you have maintained for that customer, and that will help them to close faster. And similarly, if you have managed to sell your service or product to the customer, they would require customer service or support. So the service person is also empowered, because they have a lot more context. They can see the customer through the sales and the marketing interactions and the previous products they've bought. And so they can deliver a much more better contextual kind of personalized experience to the customer. If we blow up that customer service aspect a little bit more, zoom into it, what the customer journey looks like in service, assuming that you are using customer service and field service in conjunction, is the customer is enabled immediately with automated self-service options. So whether they can have access to a portal through a mobile or through a web browser. They can get access to a knowledge base of information. They can answer their queries automatically. They have access to potentially a interactive chatbot powered again by the OpenAI ChatGPT technology, but it is looking at the knowledge base that you have maintained and published for the customer, so it can answer the common FAQ type questions very easily. And at some point during that self-service journey, the customer may think that needs to actually he needs more support. The AI and the self-service options are not enough. So the self-service options are available 24/7, but the customer may want to talk to a human. So for example, as part of an AI kind of a conversation bot, they may request to transfer to a human agent. If it's during business hours, they would be routed to the correct agent using, again, AI, which looks at the customer's conversation, looks at the type of products they have, and intelligently matches them to the correct agent queue and finds the next available agent and assigns them that chat. The same could happen. The customer may be out of hours. They may request a case to be created, which again, the case would be routed to the correct agent, and they can reach back out to the customer. Now, as a customer service agent, I have access to the full profile, whether it's in the real-time interaction with the customer. It brings up the customer profile. I can see all the cases that are past and present. I can create a new case. I can see all the products they bought. And I can see the chat, let's say, transcript that the customer is having with the AI. I get a summary of that. And the AI is sitting there looking at the customer questions to the human agent and pulling information from the knowledge base, which maybe have more technical information that are more relevant for the agents to see, but not the customer directly. And it summarizes it, can translate it into different languages, and help the customer service agent quickly have simultaneous multiple chat sessions, or while they're on the phone, if that converts to a voice call, they can actually get the AI to help them. And the UI is very fluent in switching between conversations and keeping context. If the solution for the customer is not solvable over the phone or a chat session, the natural, and if you are operating or maintaining devices for the customer and supporting them in the field, you would probably be operating a field force, and your field technicians would then have to be scheduled, skill matched, scheduled based on availability and proximity, and then they would be kind of booked to go and perform a work order or a field service visit on the actual hardware that you're supporting. Now, in that case, field service comes into its own. It already has a full scheduling kind of a tool with the AI's help in automated fashion, or if the humans want to do it themselves. The field technician sees exactly the types of field visits they need to make. They can help plan their day. It gives them routing information. They can collaborate with colleagues from directly from the mobile app, whether it's through Teams or through augmented reality type remote assist and guides applications that are built in. So the field service is a full end-to-end app, which allows you to manage the customer service or the field service operations. That would help you schedule and dispatch technicians. It helps the technicians and yourself make sure that inventory is managed on the so that they have enough assets and equipment to be able to perform the field service, which increases obviously your productivity. The mobile app also connects the technician to give information that keeps the customer in the loop as to when the field technician is on the way, where they are, and they get automated kind of notifications if you enable those. So as a product, the field service makes a difference. So you can react to events, whether they're customer-raised events, whether your hardware has an IoT sensor fleet that is connected to Azure IoT Hub that forwards any IoT sensor anomalies and creates automatically a field service request, or whether technicians are visiting the customer site to service another piece of equipment and they notice something on site that they are not capable of resolving or requires a further visit, they can raise an event. That would allow the operations team to act on that event. They can schedule dispatchers. They have a powerful skills matrix and proximity matching capability. They can do it on a map view. They can do it in a list view. And Amit is going to show you some of these features after I finish. And they're cognizant of the schedule. So you may be working shifts. The technicians may be on days off. So it helps you manage that day-to-day kind of calendaring. It helps the technician prepare. So the technician can see what work orders they have to do at the beginning of the day. They can see they're already scheduled and routed in such a way that they're not kind of going to different ends of the town or the area that they're servicing. They're all optimized, and they can see the customer history and the history of the asset they're about to service, so that if there's any back information that helps them prepare better. And obviously, the route mapping helps them to make sure that they give the customer in the loop, and they also follow the optimum directions. The customer is engaged throughout this process because they have access to self-service portal, but they also get access to self-service scheduling. They can see the technician assigned and info of the technician. They can get notified of the arrival times and the route the technician is taking. So they can ensure that they're available on site to meet the technician. It helps the technician to solve the problem. So they have access. The technician has access to the co-pilot. They have access to the back office information, but they also have access to the knowledge base. So they may be a technical knowledge base related to that particular asset they're servicing. They can actually refer to that on the mobile device. They can tap into a colleague who's an expert, much more senior. Maybe he's not in the field anymore, but he's sitting in the back office with a lot more information. They can actually connect using remote assist. The colleague can respond, and they can see through augmented reality on the mobile app exactly what the technician is seeing, and they can both interact and basically quickly resolve the problem. If the colleagues are not on remote assist, they can loop in colleagues through Teams and talk to a group of peers and get the information that they need if they're not sure, or get a confirmation. All of this information is capturing digital signatures, which helps your service leads to improve your operations. They can see the rate at which you're closing, and they can actually use that information to improve your training and improve your processes. So overall, that's what field service app brings to the game. And field service, like customer service, directly impacts business performance. Customers today expect a seamless journey. Companies think they provide very good service, but their customers disagree based on market surveys that Microsoft has conducted with partners, and it directly impacts your revenue. So the issue is that a lot of organizations who are operating field service teams aren't really built to satisfy all the criteria in the modern kind of field service operations. The people typically have limited real-time visibility into the field service operations and the customer data when they're in the field. This leads to higher operational costs. The first-time fix rates are low because of either that or because they haven't got enough inventory analysis capability. They cannot see if the work orders or jobs that the field technician is about to go on for that day, they have enough correct equipment and assets required to complete that. Similarly, the route planning, if it's not optimized and resource scheduling is not optimized, it results in inefficient travel, and that obviously reduces productivity. The customers expect self-service. Dispatchers expect that they have tools that are integrated, seamless, reduce swivel chairing, and they can be very productive to help the customer with information. And if they cannot solve the problem, they can schedule and skill match. The frontline technicians, they need a lot more information in the field about the asset that they're servicing for the customer. And obviously, they need to be able to tap into a knowledge base of technical specifications if required, and they can't predict what they would need. And similarly, field service managers, they want to transform their service model to improve their customer needs and increasingly being under pressure to reduce operating costs. And this is what basically it comes down to is surveys show that customers, dispatchers, frontline technicians, and field service managers all are expecting an improvement. And Microsoft's answer to that is obviously the Dynamics Field Service, where they've taken cognizance of these requirements and created a product that allows the customer to do self-service scheduling of appointments, for example. Helps automate the customer communication and scheduling, keeping them in the loop, and interaction with your business is a lot more seamless with omnichannel capabilities. And that improves the fix it right, fix it first time. The first time fix rates improve as a result of all the different roles having the single app and a single view and access to the information at hand. That results in a happier customer. Dispatchers are able to optimize the resource scheduling and planning and matching, and they're helped with the resource optimization using AI models that are built into with no additional cost into the product. They can efficiently manage the frontline workers and collaborate with them in real time if required. Similarly, the technicians, their productivity is boosted with the help of the Copilot, which taps into the knowledge base that's on their mobile app, and obviously to help them plan their day. They can collaborate with their colleagues using the mixed reality apps at no additional cost, and they remain in the flow of work because of the Microsoft Teams integration. They don't feel that they're out on their own. They can collaborate with colleagues and keep the work going. And similarly, the service managers can optimize the operations because they're collecting all the data. They have a lot more access to what's happening within the field operations, and they can then change their planning and training needs accordingly. So with field service, surveys indicate that 80% of customers are more inclined to do business with a company because they see that personalized service. Dispatchers report 10% reduction in the time it takes to schedule and dispatch technicians. Frontline technicians reduce 50% of their travel time because of the route optimization and the ability to kind of see your day and the route planned ahead. And field service managers report 44% improvement in meeting their SLA targets, 18% increased profits for the service, and 42% better customer retention. So it's all improved in the last year or two with the prevalence of AI to help make even the users more productive. So what we see is we can accelerate the field operations by using generative AI and IoT and mixed reality to gain visibility into the service operations. It helps to improve the first fixed time rates and optimizes the resource allocation. So if you are operating a sensor network of IoT devices for the hardware that you're supporting in the field, so there's a feature of field service called Connected Field Service. It combines all of these solutions to help resolve issues remotely or to help the dispatched technician resolve the issues. And essentially, this is again, included as a feature that you don't have to build. You have to use a little bit of obviously wiring up in Azure. So Azure IoT Hub is used to receive the telemetry from the sensors, and it pushes it into the connected field service module, and then you're basically got direct access to all the hardware. So it reduces downtime by connecting the IoT devices to diagnose problems before customers are aware. It addresses issues faster by remotely monitoring devices and keeping customers in the loop. And obviously, it helps you to preemptively schedule maintenance. And the device data and service maintenance data help to make intelligent decisions around dispatching technicians with the right expertise, availability, and proximity. So whether it's wind farms or whether it's electrical equipment or manufacturing equipment or kind of network equipment, if it's capable of sending telemetry data, the field service is able to work with that and help your operations to become optimized. The capabilities for the technician in the form of, and the dispatch and form, the co-pilot is also is the latest addition to the product. So it helps optimize the delivery, whether it's a technician or the frontline managers. The AI is a real-time collaborator, and it helps you keep in the flow of work. So it helps you streamline the work order creation. If you're receiving that event from a customer, let's say as a result of a phone call, you need to create a work order, which is basically the field service job that you need to then match a technician to. It helps as I said, optimize the technician scheduling and to make sure that unscheduled work orders are properly scheduled. It accelerates the response to the customer. The customer sees you as a result of them raising an issue or an event or a case, or as a result of an IoT sensor alert, you have already created a work order. You've already matched a technician to that, and they get notified of when the technician is going to arrive. So obviously that has a good impression for your organization. And the app, the Copilot itself suggests next steps with intelligent recaps. So let's have a quick look at a video. Which just shows that, because I can keep talking about it in bullet points, really don't do it justice. So let's see this in action in a video coming up. I might have to stop sharing. Sorry, I might not have shared my sound. So just bear with me while I share sound. I just realized that. Apologies. Just 1 second, I have to just change the audio settings a bit. Should be okay. Let me know if you guys can hear the sound. Amit, just give me an indication, please.
Not yet.
We can't hear the sound? Apologies. Just give me one more second. Let me know then, please.
Timely resolution is key when it comes to excellent field service. The minutes and hours can slip by in every step of the process, from finding information across fragmented tools for work order management, to dispatching frontline technicians with real-time support. Resolving issues efficiently can get challenging. Introducing Copilot in Dynamics 365 Field Service, helping your frontline deliver exceptional service. With Copilot, your customer escalations are pre-populated into draft work orders for frontline managers to review and outlook. And with recommendations based on travel time, availability, skill set, and more, your technician scheduling becomes streamlined. Now, as technicians start their day, they see upcoming work orders at a glance in their home experience in Microsoft Teams. Even on the go, everyone stays connected with updates that sync across both Microsoft 365 and Dynamics 365. With access to step-by-step instructions within the Field Service mobile app, technicians can solve problems as they arise. And when additional support is needed to achieve a first-time fix, collaborate in real time with experts using remote assist. As service delivery becomes complicated, Dynamics 365 Field Service keeps things simple, saving you time so you can focus on exceeding customer expectations. Experience how Dynamics 365 Field Service can help today.
So hopefully that quick sizzle reel give you a sense of how that integrated application and the AI copilot within that work. Amit, I'm conscious of time, so I'll hand over to you if that's okay. You're gonna be able to share your screen.
Yeah, thank you, Mo. Hi, everyone. So for the purposes of demo, I'm going to walk you through the connected customer journey as Mo explained in the deck. So in the journey itself, there are going to be multiple personas or various different users using the application in their own role and responsibility. So first of all, let's start with the customer. So what we want to do for customers is to enable our customers in order to be able to self-serve themselves. And we can do that by giving them a self-service portal. So what you can see on my screen is a self-service portal where your customers can go and either raise a case or they can self-serve by going through the popular articles which are published on the knowledge base and so on. So this is a demo portal. You can see on the menu bar, I have knowledge base, forums, my support. I have option to sign in. So let's say I'm a customer and I have a problem with one of the machines that I have bought. So I can log in using my credentials securely, and then I have access to all the knowledge base. So first of all, I can go through these articles which are published, let's say new equipment installation guide or support request and things like that to resolve my query. Let's say I'm not able to resolve it. What I can do is there is a chatbot built into it or Copilot. I can utilize this to answer any query. So for example, I can say new equipment installation. So I need help with the new equipment installation. And what this Copilot bot does is it goes through the knowledge base available and tries to answer the query, giving you the right information. So for example, here you can see it gave me the installation guide for a model XYZ, safety instructions and required tool set, pre-installation checklist, and all of the information, right? Let's say I'm still not happy with this. I need some support from one of the customer service agents. I have Omni channel built into the portal. So you can see here it says, let's chat, we are online. It can activate the live chat support. So on the other side, there will be a customer service agent available that I can talk to and who would be able to resolve my query or may be able to, guide me in the right direction or create a case and so on. So you can see an agent will be with you in a moment. You're next in line. I can start the conversation. At the moment, I'm not logged in on the other side, so you would probably not see the response here. But let's suppose there was an agent you can talk to. Yeah. Let's say you're still not, happy with this. What I can also do is I can go to my support, and here I do have an option to open a new case. So under my support, I can also see my open cases which were previously created. So for example, there was a case created already for installation, and you can see it was created using the portal, which is still in progress. If I want to see the information, I can click on view details and see the information here. right? I can also add a comment if I want. I can update the case, close the case, cancel the case, and so on. So I can reach out to the customer support team. Let's say in this scenario, I want to create a new case. I can click on this open a new case here, which will open up a new form. So need help with a new installation. It will pre-populate. So again, this is Copilot functionality. So what the application is doing, or the portal, using this as a keyword, yeah, and then suggesting me topics or um, articles which are available in the knowledge base to answer my query. I can ignore that because I've gone through the knowledge base already. So it pre-populated my information, my customer contact. I can select the case type. It's a request, and it is for installation. Um, need support with installation of new machinery urgently. I can also attach a file and click submit. Again, this is a very simple form which is created on the portal. It can be as simple or as complex you want it to be. We can configure it. So you can see a case is now created in the application. You can see the case details here, right? So this is the customer persona where I use the self-service portal to resolve my query. I can use chatbot, or I can talk to a customer service advisor to resolve the query. Now moving on to the different persona, which is your customer service advisor, right? So when I'm logged in to the backend application, this is my customer service. If I refresh my screen here, I should be able to see the case which I just created. So if I filter it by this here, it might take a while to come through, but you can see I have a number of cases here which are already created. So as a customer service agent, I can pick the case. For example, I will be able to say, see the case details. Let's pick more relevant one related to installation. Uh, say maintenance required. Okay, so let's say this is the case available. I can try to resolve it by using the knowledge articles which are available, or if not, if I really need to send this to my field service team for a visit, what I can do is I do have an option here to convert this to a work order. You can see here, convert to work order. So as a customer service agent, I can click on this button here, and then it will automatically, I can select the incident type. So what type of, incident is this, and click save and convert to work order. So what it will then do is create a work order in the field service application. So if I move on to my field service application, you will see a number of work orders here which get created. And let's say this is the work order which is generated. I can see the work order details. The status is unscheduled at the moment. I can see the priority, who my customer is, what is it regarding, any summary or accounts instructions they have provided. I do have a map view to see where exactly the customer is located. And now I'm logged in as a dispatcher who manages your field force or field service engineers. So I know this is for installation. So what I need to do next is I need to schedule somebody for a visit. So what I can do is I can click on this book button here. What it does is it's a very intelligent feature because you have a number of resources within the organization, and each resource has a specific skill set, and they are based at a specific location, and they have their own calendar, various work orders they are working on, and so on, right? So it very intelligently picks up the resource based on X number of factors. For example, your skill set, your proximity to the location, and so on. So you can see it is suggesting me that James is the resource which is available at following times, and the travel time to the location is 8 minutes, and he's only, let's say, 4.5 miles away from the location. So what I can do is, if I want to book James, I can click on a time slot that I want. Let's say I want this time slot here, and I can say book and exit. So once that is done, you will see the work order will be updated. So it's booking the resource here. So now shortly, if I refresh, you'll see the booking here. And you can see the resource is now booked for this time period, 30 minutes. I do still have an option to rebook if needed, but now the booking has gone to James, right? Um, so this was the dispatcher role. Now moving on to the field service agent role, how they will see various bookings which are assigned to them. So I'm going to reshare my screen and log on using my mobile app. Give me a moment. Okay, so here. So hopefully you can see my mobile screen now. Is that visible, Mo?
Yes, Amit, proceed. Just
Yeah.
center it
Okay,
to the
perfect.
possible.
Okay. Okay.
Perfect.
So this is, I'm logged into my mobile. You can see I'm logged in as a user Amit. And what I can see is all my bookings for today. And you can see here at the moment, I have 3 bookings. So one is for A Datum Corporation, another one for Adventure Works, and the third one is for Blue Yonder Airlines. And you can see the address and all of the details. Let's say if I want to see more information about this booking here, I can click on 3 dots and go to view details. So you can see here, start time, end time, the duration, including my travel, is about just over 3 hours. And I'm the resource booked. I can update the booking status. So for example, if I am traveling on a break scheduled and so on, so I can do that here. And it's a solid type of booking. And I can go to my timeline feature. And here you can see all the information. If there's anything, for example, if you want to make a note or you want to create a phone call or a task and other things, you can do that here. You do have an option to, for example, click a picture. So let's say, you are on site and you want to click a picture, you can click here. It will open the camera. You can click a picture here and then attach it to the work order, for example. This is the picture here. I can add a note. Or you can also take a video, or you can use the voice enabled chat to make a note and so on. Let's say I want to look at more details about this work order. I can go to this work order option here. And you can see the status, it's progress, high priority one. This is for a new installation, and summary, account instructions, and so on. And I can also see the map view, so where exactly the customer is located on the map. I can also ask for directions, which I will show you next. I can also go to, as a field service engineer, go to product and services to see what services are there I need to perform. So you can see it's a new installation, and for 6,000 euros, and it's estimated here. I can also go to my task that I have to complete for this new installation, and this is automatically generated by the application. So when you select the incident type, let's say new installation, it will automatically generate a list of tasks that I have to complete. So for example, first of all, I need to take the pre-installation photos, then do the site instrumentation, then do the site commissioning, then finally I have to take the post-installation photos, INC documents, and so on. And I can see the customer asset here, estimated time for each activity, and so on. So what I can do is I can mark these activities as I go along. I can mark these activities as complete. Yeah. Or I can just go mark all as complete here. And when you can see here, it is marking the task completion. 5 out of 5 tasks have now been completed. And I can go back to my product and services. And I can change the status from estimated to used. Yeah. And click save. Right. So basically, as a field service engineer using the mobile app, I can access all the information that I want on the mobile device related to a work order, related to a customer, and so on. I can use this feature here, get directions, to navigate to the customer site. You can see here, this is the customer site. I have the GPS coordinates. I can click on get directions, and then it can navigate me to the customer site. Yeah. I'll just switch my screen and go back to the desktop application. Okay, so now back here, as a dispatcher. So as a dispatcher, I do have an option for, for scheduling the resources. I can see all the jobs which are scheduled today. What is the status of those jobs? So for example, Amit, this is the job which was assigned, he's traveling or completed, and so on. I can see that the different work orders and their statuses. And I can also see my unscheduled work orders. So you can see here, I have a list of work orders that are not scheduled for anyone just yet. So what I can do is I can drag and drop these. So for example, if I know that James is available to work, I can drag and drop, and I can very easily assign that work order to James. And then James can see all the information on the mobile app. So again, so you can see here, because it is quite far, so it is saying that it's going to be 2 hours and 23 minutes of travel time before James can reach the location. So it automatically calculates the travel. So in every case here, so let's say 8 minutes for me, 22 minutes, 22 minutes, 2 hours and 22 minutes, and so on. There is also an option for automatically scheduling all your work orders. It's called resource optimization. It's a job which runs overnight. It looks at all the work orders which are open, and the incident type, the skill set which is required, your resource availability, and their proximity to the location. And it will automatically assign the work orders in a very optimized way to reduce the travel time, reduce the cost, and so on. So there's an intelligent way of dealing with these work orders. Apart from that, what you can also do is you will have a list of resources for your organization. So I'm logged in here as an admin. You can see I have a number of resources. I have 8 resources in total. If I open, for example, Amit, as a resource, I can see the resource type, name of the resource, which time zone are they in, because people can be in different time zones or they are in different locations. You can see the location where they are based, and also more importantly, what is the skill set associated with the resource. So, for example, for this specific resource, Amit, uh, he can do air conditioning. You have a rating excellent, commissioning fair, equipment calibration, equipment fitting, installation, site survey, and so on. Yeah. So you can manage the skill sets and the rating for every resource, and then this is used for your work order allocation. Apart from that, you can see multiple tabs here. For example, for the scheduling purposes, you can see the you can define the start location and end location for the user. You can also capture their hourly rate or any other information categories and so on. But more importantly, if they are working in shifts or if they don't work over the weekends, you can define their work hours as well. So for example, for this resource, if I go here and click edit, um, I can define here that this resource is only available to work on work days, so only from Monday to Friday between 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. And I can observe the business closure. So, for example, it can also account for public holidays, any national public holidays, and so on. So you can do that as well. Um, And as a resource, I do also have an option to request time off. So you can see here time off request. So using the application, mobile application itself, you can request a time off and it will appear here. So for example, resource Amit, I want to request time off for Friday from let's say 8 till evening 6. And then click save. And then this goes for your manager's approval. And your manager will review the time of request. And only when they activate this request, this will be approved. So there are approvals built into it in the application. Yeah. So that was a sort of a very quick customer journey, right? From customers to different personas, like customers, how they can use the self-service portal to see to resolve the issue or to create a case, and then customer service advisor, how they can manage the cases and route them to the right team, create a work order, dispatcher being able to look at all the work orders available and then use the application to assign the work order to the um, relevant field service staff, and then the field service staff using mobile app, how they can access the work orders and complete those, progress those, and close them off. Um,
Amit, do you
and then
have
you also
the
have,
van types or inventory? Maybe if you have them ready for.
yeah, I can do that. So you have an option for managing your inventory. So for example, you can see here product inventory, you can have multiple products, and then you'll see that it's in the main warehouse. I have this much quantity available, and you can define the reordering point. So if the quantity goes below 10, it can automatically add it to reorder, and so on. And especially these engineers who are out and about in the field, they normally have their own dedicated vans. So in the van itself, they are carrying the spare parts or any other inventory. So the van is also considered as a warehouse. So you can see here you have a main warehouse, you have a van 1, which is associated with Amit, who's a service engineer, van 2 with Vishal, And then when you go in product inventory, you'll be able to see how much inventory are they carrying, or if you want to do any inventory transfer, you can also do that. So you can select the source warehouse. Let's say from the main warehouse, I want to transfer to van 1, and click save, and I can do a new adjustment. So I want to transfer product 1, let's say 10 quantities, and then save and close. Yeah. So now you can see here, earlier there was only main warehouse, but I transferred 10 quantity from this of product 1 from main warehouse to this one. So you can see the updated inventory. So you can do inventory transfers, inventory adjustments. You can also create purchase orders if you want to replenish the inventory. You can create a purchase order which goes for the approval of your manager. Once that is approved, you can submit the purchase order. The purchase order is then received. You take the quantity and then update it. So, and you also have an option for RMA. So any returns as a result, when if the machine, let's say the customer site is faulty and needs to be returned to the warehouse, you can do RMAs and RMA receipts as well within the application. So there's some good functionality related with inventory in the application as well. And also you have assets. So especially in the field service setting, um, you will have assets which are at customer site. So for example, I can manage all the assets here, but more importantly, if I, for example, go to my accounts, and so these are my customers, accounts are my customers, and I go to a specific account and I can go to the asset and locations. So for at the customer level, I can see all the assets that they have installed. So for example, various machines that you may be managing, or doing the preventive maintenance and so on. You can capture that. You can go to servicing tab and you can see all the work orders um, associated with that specific customer, their service territory, the mileage and travel charge, and their GPS coordinates, and all the rest of the information associated with your customers. Yeah. So I'm conscious of time. We have 4 minutes left. I will leave that for any Q&A or any specific functionality that you would like to see. So over to you, Oscar.